righty, right. Waiting for it to pop up on secondary device. Okay, it has started on secondary device and it's catching up there on secondary device. Alright. Hello and welcome back to some more Minecraft Brothers Golden Age episode 1000, and I think we're on, let's see, so it's 5, 6, we're on 7. Okay, I was going to say 7, but I just had to count up to make sure I was not wrong. Sorry, I just had to plug the charger into secondary device there. So, last episode we got started on working on our storage area. We are going to be extending the previous room, but also I may actually keep the flooring level. I'm actually thinking about bringing it back up now. I think we might make it go down, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do have a plan of what we need to do for the flooring. That being, we're going to be using quartz. For the first time in a long time, actually. Has there ever been a place that we use quartz in our base? You know what, it's been that long. We used it in the nether, but that's not really considered part of the base just yet, because it's not finished. So I'm not 100% sure. Not 100% sure. I can't remember a large amount of quartz anywhere in my base just yet. Alright. And I do have some left over from when I went and got some good old glowstone. I could not remember the word there for a second. Alright. So let me go and shove that in my offhand. And we'll actually just break all of this quartz, and then we'll make ourselves some quartz blocks. So, let us get started. We're going to be breaking all of this quartz so that we can get some quartz flooring for our new area. The question is, I could do quartz and I could do a mix. I'm actually thinking about, what do you call it? The other idea being, making a checkered floor. It won't be primarily checkered floor. We all know that. I will mix in that rainbow carpet, because this is going to be larger than my storage area that we have here. The area down there. The area that we had previously was just a little bit shorter than this, I feel. Length-wise it was longer, but width-wise it was not. So this one kept its record for a while, but with us working on that new storage room, it looks like it's going to be broken. But you know what, that's not really, the worst thing, to be honest. I actually quite enjoy, the look of this new area. But we just have so much quartz to break. I probably will run out of quartz somewhere during this build project, but I do probably have some quartz left over, if I'm being honest. I have that many quartz just scattered around my base that I could probably, stack it all together. This was primarily going to be used for my nether hub, which I do actually have an idea on what we're doing for the nether hub. So we'll probably work on doing that soon. Not right now, but soon. That will also mean that I will be removing / changing our nether portal that is just over there. I want to kind of make it look a little bit nicer, but also I might actually hide it. It's very prominent, if I'm being honest. It doesn't really fit in with the greenery. Except for that tower. That tower does not also fit in. So look, there's only I guess that does not really fit in too well. I will probably renovate that very soon. Also, I need to actually see. Let me eat some rotten slime. Is all of my goats here? We have the Pope, Wojtek, Snowball, Burns, our goat is down there. Yeah, we have all of our goats here. They're primarily just eating all of the grass on this new landscape here. So that's a good sign, I tell you, that's a good sign. I don't want another duplication of my, goats to happen again. That primarily happened with... let me put that there. With, what do you call it? Well, not Argo. With Snowball. Snowball accidentally got duplicated somehow. And then we came up with the whole, like, story of how it happened. It's actually another timeline's well, not Argo, Snowball came back in time to replace the Snowball that was gonna die in this timeline. So it becomes normal again, the timeline. Sounds very strange, but you get what I mean, right? You get what I mean? Of course you get what I mean. Alright, so we shall get working on this flooring very soon, but I want to actually see what we have in our coal supply. Is actually quite a lot. I think this is what we're going to be working with, coal blocks. Alright, so primarily the main path is going to be rainbow, but all the sides are going to be its own thing. So, the entrance of this area, where is that going to be? It primarily should be right here, shouldn't it? This should become the entrance. Because if you think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But if I count from this block right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I count from the other side, being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I guess this is not accurate, but if I was to remove that, that would be the entrance right there. That's the size of the entrance. I also need to sort out my inventory because it's a little bit messy to now. Let me shove all of this in here. There we go. Alright. That does not look too bad, to be honest. And we can primarily get started on the floor in here. We'll primarily work on the outsides for now, just so that we can get the idea of what we're going with here. Is checkered floor is a very hard floor to just get proper. That's what we'll say. To get it proper is just like, it's really difficult. You know what, I just realized I do not have a tool to properly mine. Okay, we may have to go and grab ourselves a new pickaxe. We kinda just used up that last one. So, let me see. Is any of the resources still here? Nah, put all my resources this direction. We actually really need to do a diamond farm, where we just mine for diamonds, because I do not have a lot of diamonds, if I'm being honest. That's exactly 4 actually. I was actually looking for 3 there, but I got 4 instead. You know what, I will keep that extra diamond on me. I had diamonds on me this entire time. But I will keep the, what do you call it, diamond on me just in case I need it for like a shovel in the future. You never know when you're gonna need a shovel. The shovel is looking a little bit worse for wear, so maybe I should make another shovel, if I'm being honest. Or maybe I should enchant this one just to have a... Wait, what do you have on your fortune? Yeah, you can't have thingy on you, can you? It does not really matter. Does not really matter. It's mostly just used for the little piles now. Alright, so I don't need to go there. I need to head to the enchantment area, which I'm actually planning on revamping very soon. Oop, wrong thing. Silk touch, I'm breaking, bam. There we go. Hello there, Franklin. But I'm actually planning on remaking that area there. And also our dinosaur laboratory that we have inside the house. I'm going to be remodeling all of that. Primarily just trying to make the house look nicer. But it will take some time to do so. as you can see, there's a lot of unfinished stuff around the base. Kind of like, you know, areas that go somewhere. This hallway here has not gotten its green, and I do need to go and put a lot of the green in very soon. So that's something that we should focus on very soon, but we'll work on getting the storage area under wraps and all perfect the way that we need it to be. Really? Can't win every battle, can we? Can't win every battle. Alright. So, let us go and just break all of this lore in here. That does make this lore in, you know, 11 blocks this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that was accurate. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is not accurate, this door. This door lied to me. How could it? Oop. Alright. Let me shove that in there to now. That. So we need to bring you to here? Would that be 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You... Oh. You would be needing that. Yeah. I see. I have eyesight. Alright. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. Perfect. That all lines up perfectly. And just place that there, right? No, I'm making a mistake again. There. This is how wide the door is going to be. You can just be broken now. There we go. You can just be broken now, so that we can not be confused anymore. I'll probably get confused later on, you know. Don't tell anyone. But I do really like how this lore is turning out so far. Alright. So let us actually go and start filling in all of this. There we go. This entire bit right here will be a wall, so you can go back. And that actually really looks, you know, quite nice, to be honest. Let's see. That really looks quite nice. That is looking quite nice. Oops, sorry, I had to make there. I really like how that's looking. This is going to look epic. It's going to cost me a lot of quartz, if I'm being honest, but the coal factor kinda, you know, happens the entire load, if I'm being honest. But that does look quite nice. For the flooring, I could do temporary flooring. That's what I should really do. So, let's see. Should I do jungle wood? It's cheap. I have it already. That's a hard choice right there. That is a hard choice. Let me see. Is there anything else? I could use granite. It's a really hard choice, to be honest. Okay, so I should work on how and where this is all going. I should do that first, shouldn't I? Alright. So, let me grab bricks. I might use bricks as my, you know, playground block to now. Alright, let's see, it's in the grey backpack. Could not find it there for a second. Okay. So if I was to place a bunch of these here, we would have our signs placed here, I think. Our items here. But then I would really like a shulker area. An offload bit. The problem with the offload function is that it is tricky to get working, and plus you have to lock the hoppers, which kinda sucks, if I'm being honest. Plus it drains your supply quite fast. So you know what, I might hold off on doing that idea for now and focus on doing something else for the moment. So we know that this is going to be where we have our first of these storage drawers. Then beside it we will have what is in these chests, but as you know, my brain is just fired here. It's starting to thunder. We'll go and sleep so that I can get my brain to work, I tell you. I do not know why my brain just did not want to work there, I tell you. Alright. You know what, I've not been down in a long time. That sounds very close. Actually, it's on my right, so hopefully it's not hit anywhere around Sailor Cal. We actually discovered Sailor Cal had been hurt, actually, because of a lightning strike and then them walking into my lush caves from a back entrance. I don't know how they did it. It was, it was this. They'd walked through the forest, went and fell into this water, and had gotten into the back area of my lush caves. Which was very odd, to be honest. Which was very odd. But you know what? I quite enjoyed that story still. Can't believe how long ago that was. Sailor Cow was basically our, you know, god now of the series. Alright, so we have the storage drawers right here, and then we'll have chests on the right, and then we'll put on repeat as we go. So there, 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 and it does not line up properly, does it? No, it doesn't. That is very strange. I'd expected it to line up, so 1, 2. This would be around the middle, I would feel. This would definitely be a middle section, I'm pretty sure. If we're looking at this, we're expanding this side. And how many have we got there? We got 4 there. And that's 4 right there. So let's bring this over by 1 more block. That's 5. That is that's 3, 4, 5. And then we have this problematic one right in the middle, which will have to be double. So that's 5 blocks right there. And that should be 5 right there, so 3, 4, 5, yeah. And this is the new middle. section of the storage area, if I'm pretty sure. That actually, I think, works out pretty good. Plus the pathing should not be too hard to bring through here. But I think I might make this go... it's very hard to tell. I could make it line up with the other side, or I could make it slightly off. It's very hard to say. Plus, I could actually get rid of this middle section here and make it that I'm able to go around. So that would actually be a big plus, to be honest. Plus, this is going to be its own, you know, thing. This is going to be much more wider. So around there, I would feel. Yeah, yeah. Alright. So, then I place that there, right? Yep. Sorry about that. Okay, so just following the same thing over again. I could probably just get rid of these. They don't have anything in them. It's probably better to get rid of them now, and then I can save up the hoppers for another build project. Hoppers are super expensive, if I'm being honest with you. They are so expensive. I wish there were like cheaper hoppers that did, you know, the same function but less. Kinda like, you know, how you upgrade your pickaxe. I kinda wish that that was a thing. It just feels like it should be a thing, to be honest, if you get what I mean. Like, you feel like, you know, a wooden one would be, you know, an option. Okay, wait, something funky was happening there with secondary device. Is that working now? Give it a second. Alright, let me go and close that. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Close that. I tell you, I hate having drops enabled because every time I, you know, reopen my stream, I have to close the drop bit. And I know I could just click, you know, don't show me this again, but you know, I never do that, and then bam, you know, it's just annoying. Just so annoying. But this will actually not be too hard to do now that I have rid of these. I'm actually looking at this and I'm thinking like, this is going to be nice. It also inspires me to do a similar build project, but for smelting. So we might work on our super smelter soon. It's definitely needing some work, to be honest. Our super melter has seen better days. And also I can move a lot of these, what do you call it, chests very easily. So, what we're going to be working on is this. So that's 4. And then there's another one here. And then right here is a double block. And then here, sorry about that. And then we move across one more block, there we go. And another block there, perfect, perfect. That is looking quite nice so far. Now to get started on that little, what do you call it, area that we have just there. That should be the middle. I know this bit's a little bit shorter just because of the fact that it's, you know, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just because of that 1, 2 bits being cut off. So that's 6, right? Yeah. I was just double checking myself there. I doubted myself there for a second. My nose just got itchy. As I said before, I'm glad I don't have hand tracking because you would just see me itch my nose constantly when, you know, it gets that, you know, tingly, itchy feeling. Oh, now my nose is itching. Bet yours ones that got be itching, you know, that now that you're thinking about it. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it should be there, right? Yeah. And it's 2 blocks in between, right? Yeah. That actually doesn't work too bad, actually. That lines up perfectly with the middle section, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I really like the look of that. I don't know why, it's just tingles that autistic part of my brain, you know. You know what I said about this wall not lining up, and then I realised this is going to be the thingy wall. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, so I'm going to need a fill block. That's perfect. And then another, oop, that went a little bit sporadic there. And you need to be broken. Place that torch back. And 2 blocks this way would be that. I don't actually need to place that. Oop. Tell you, my mouse is dying, so it just, you know, keeps double clicking sometimes when I'm not wanting to double click. Yeah, this is actually looking not bad. It looks very weird with all of the brick, but I tell you, in time it will look a lot nicer. And I will probably, you know, sprinkle in a little bit of that fine brick stairs that is so expensive to make, I tell you. Like, you don't, you know, expect how expensive bricks are. They are so expensive in this game. But brick stairs? Oh, those are even worse. If I had the stone cutter, it would be a dream now, I tell you. It would be a dream. Alright, so our next thing is to probably just continue do what we're doing. So that. Oop. Forgot about there being a torch there. Oops, I don't mean to do that. And I need to fix that. I should really have my backpack that primarily deals in stone here. There we go. Let's break this. That's not even stone, that is entirely different thing. Alright, get rid of that. Alright, let us get started. We'll remove that hole right there. I'll just fill that in. Alright, so this is going to be a that. Actually, you're there. A little bit of a mistake there, I tell you. That. I could just do this all day. I really do like how this is looking. Oop. Wrong blocks. That should be filled in. Alright, there we go. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I really like how that's looking. That is looking quite nice. Alright, so let us go and do the same thing on the other side. The pain of being a Minecrafter. You yearn for the mines, but then you have to do building. The pain. Sorry, I just had to do something there. Alright, so we do know that this is going to be a path, so we will probably have to just go around like that. There we go. That just went into the wrong area, but I do have to mine that anyway, so does not really matter. I've totally forgotten that I needed to fill in all this area as well. I thought, oh, progress is going well, but no, progress was not going well. And let's see. So if you're that, and you're that, and you're there, and then we break use. Alright. And then, we follow the same thing going all the way. Perfect. I forgot to do these. Boop. Alright. We're not even like halfway there just yet. We're close, we're close. I do apologize there, I just had quite the, you know. Also, thank you for the lurk, Starflow. Hopefully you're doing alright and staying safe. I had a terrible like burp in my chest there and I just could not get it to go. Like it was just, you know, sat there and it just felt terrible. It just felt terrible. There we go. Alright. We're actually not looking too bad on progress here so far. Especially with this checkered floor, how it's looking. Let's see. I think we'll probably keep this, you know, one wide, if I'm being honest. I can move these chests in a second. So I know that this would be double. Wanted to go all the way there, and I guess I could get started on doing this side now. Just so it's, you know, nearly finished by the time that I'm done with the other side. I think we're about 43% there, if I'm being honest. About 43%. And that's me being generous. Alright. So, let us go and fill all of that in. Also, I need to get the lurk bot to work again. It's supposed to tell you when someone's lurking, and then, you know, sometimes it does work, and then sometimes it doesn't work, and then it's like... like, pick a choice. Are you going to work, or are you not going to work? And that, it's just so annoying. Just so annoying. Sorry, I started thinking about that while, I saw that someone, you know, was lurking. My brain just, you know, sinks back to that bot not working. I'm like, why? Why don't you want to work, bot? Why don't you want to work? So up, down, up, down, up, down. Oh, okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. There we go. I really do like how this is turning out. We haven't even gotten to the rainbow flooring just yet. Will be an eyesore for anyone that downloads the world in the future. That is in the wrong spot. Actually, we've just messed up this entire thing. Back to square one, gang. Back to square one. Singy lied to me. Singy lied to me. This is why checkered flooring is so hard in Minecraft. Doesn't want to behave, and it just drilled a hole right into the floorboards. Why did I just place... Pain. 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 And not Max Payne, you know. I hate that guy now. Ever since I played the Max Payne games, my entire process of Max Payne has just, deteriorated. Like I thought, oh, it's this cool guy that can slow down time. No, it's just a pain train. That's what it is, it's just a pain train. I'm not looking forward to playing the third game. Though the third game looks a lot better than all the rest. It's just that brutal. It's just that brutal. I'm very sad that, how brutal a lot of the Max Payne games are. There should really be a remaster of the... But, nope, there is not. And it's like, it really just kills the Max Payne trilogy. I think it's basically a trilogy. It is a trilogy. And if I ever did, do a remaster, I'm gonna be like, I want a refund. You made me suffer with this old version just to make a, remaster? How could you? There we go. Oop. And that is white there. That is charcoal there. Oh, it's coal. And that there. And then we continue around like this. And I need to move these. Alright, oh. I was trying to look into my backpack there, not open that. So we grab our chest transporter. And we can just move these up and out of... I forgot you can't place them right next to each other. Really? That just broke. Hopefully it was a historical one. As that would be real pain there. Alright. So, let us go and... Oh, why did you have to drill? I'm having like such a pain train over here, I tell you. With the floorboards. Should I chop off the edges? Is this right? I don't think that one's right. Yeah, I think this is off. I think this one is off by a bit. Alright. So that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, grab that. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that. Alright, that is starting to line up with the other side, and I am out of... I need to try and figure out where one has coal in it now. That's volcanic ash. This one has coal in it. That one has coal in it. I'll take that. Most of this lore, was stuff that... This is like ancient coal that I'm using for this, if I'm being honest. A lot of this coal was harvested like thousands of episodes ago. You don't really realize that sometimes. I'm actually thinking about leaving that bit, clean. The little edge bit. So it looks more, people are allowed to go this way, like, curves in. Kinda it indicates that you should go forward. I really do like how this looks. There we go. Not too bad at all. I could also break the corners here to kind of make it look more, what do you call it? Unique. Make it look more unique. I forgot you cannot jump for a little bit after doing the thingy, and it's pain. It's pain. Alright, so let us go, and I need to move these. There we go. And place these down. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Just changing it there around. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Starfluff. I do need a hydrate. I've been speaking for like ages now. How could you, Starsluff? You planned this. You tried to assassinate me. How could you? Oh. How could you, Starsluff? You tried to kill me there with that water. It kinda just went down the wrong way. Was that the water? Yeah, it was water. I might take another zip. I'm gonna sound wheezy now. You can hear it in my chest already. I tell you, choking on water is like the most worst thing ever. Because you can feel all like the water getting warm and all that, just going back and forth like, it was really terrible. Break that. Why did I place that there? There we go. Whew. Sorry, I'm just trying to take as much breathing as possible. There we go. Let me break that. I actually do quite enjoy how this checkered floor and it actually looking long term. I do quite, you know, think it's going to be, you know, chef kiss. Chef kiss. We're out of quartz blocks. Poop. I have quartz in here. I knew I had quartz somewhere. And it was very lucky that the chest. It was very lucky that that was the chest I opened up, I tell you. Quartz. Lots of quartz. I tell you, we have so many quartz now that, you know, I can't believe how many quartz we have. Most of this quartz was actually harvested for my build that was supposed to happen in the nether, but we just have a problem with gas spawning, and it's really like a big pain. I wish there was like a torch that prevented that, like a mod that adds in a torch that prevents mobs from spawning. Because that would do wonders, I tell you, for stopping those gas from spawning. I come through my portal and I get gas balled. It's super annoying that. I always forget that you can just make it in your inventory. Quartz blocks. There we go. Not too bad at all. Alright. So now that we have that done, what time are we at anyway? We're at 44 minutes. Why didn't you tell me? We just went over the time of this episode. I'm going to have to end and restart the stream now. Just so it's easier to upload over, you know, exporting. Alright. Sorry, you can hear me wheezing, like... I wheeze quite loud. I'm kind of like that penguin from Toy Story. So, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, stay safe, observable. I'm sorry, I was playing with... It's alright, if you're on the Twitch side, we'll be restarting, so, you know, do not worry, we'll be back on Twitch in a second. And if you're on YouTube, we will... Well, that's the end of the episode. Have a nice day, stay safe. Have a toasty apple, maybe even some orange juice, negative vitamins, very important. And bye, see you soon, bye bye.